Today we're just gonna do the review of this giant tool here. um, so basically, the whole purpose of this situation was to get off a crankshaft pulley bolt on a Honda motor, and because the Honda motor spins backwards, you're supposed to torque these things down really tight. And well, there's different options. There's a tool here that you can brace the pulley with. You can hold it with a breaker bar here, lock it in there, and then use another breaker bar to attempt to break this bolt loose. I tried that method and had no luck. I was holding the bar with this tool and then had the socket and the other tool, and I was literally jumping on the bar and it wouldn't come loose. So that wasn't any good. Well, it's supposed to work. I think the previous person just over torqued it, but you know that happens a lot. So I mean, I've seen that a few times before, and I'm sure I'll see it again. Then there's the impact gun. It's a 1/2-inch impact. It's not the most high powered. I think it has about 600 or 650 breakaway torque. That wasn't even close. So then I decided to just go all out and get this big, huge 1-inch gun. This tool weighs, let's see, I don't know, like 40 pounds or something. Maybe not that much, but it's pretty stinking heavy. It is basically the same as this, but way bigger. The shaft here is a 1-inch, and so basically what you have to do, this is intended to work on like 18-wheeler huge trucks and take off their big wheels and all that. So what I did was I used reducers, because this is only a 19mm head right here, and for my crankshaft bolt. So I got a 1-inch to 3/4 reducer. Then I got a 3/4 to 1/2-inch reducer and put a 1/2-inch socket. There are 3/4-inch 19mm sockets out there, so you could get a socket that would go directly to this adapter. But this worked. This is what I had. Well, except for this piece. I bought that along with the impact wrench. Anyways, I just threw it on reverse. It's got 3 speeds forward and 3 speeds back. I don't know if they're speeds or if they're torque levels. I don't know. I just put it on max reverse, and it took the bolt off like it was nothing. This thing, you could be there all day, and like I said, you could be jumping on the breaker bar with all your weight and it still won't get it off. And this thing, man, you just tap the trigger and it just blasts the bolt right off. But the thing is, one thing you gotta notice is the fittings. This tool uses a lot of air. If you read the book or booklet, whatever, this thing, the air hose you're supposed to use, the standard air hose that you probably have is a 3/8. You're supposed to use a 1/2-inch hose, and then you're supposed to use these big old fittings, which I guess are 1/2-inch. This is a 1/4-inch. I don't know if you could see in there, but the difference of the air passage is quite a bit. So without that, this tool's gonna be really weak. I actually ran it off of the small 1/4-inch fitting, and the tool was super weak and slow. So you got to make sure that you have the right air supply, and I don't know if I just said this, but the air compressor's got to be a minimum 30 gallon. You can't just use your little pancake compressor or something like that. So anyways, probably talking too much. Yeah, this right here will probably knock off the most over torque crankshaft bolt on your Honda or Acura. And yeah, it really only works for the front wheel drives, because yeah, you have to go in from the side, and this tool is way too long to fit in the front of a motor that's mounted long ways, unless you take out the radiator and condenser and the grill and everything else. But anyways, yeah, so this thing was awesome, and I'm happy I bought it.